Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Joey the Veiled Cottage Witch, tarot enthusiast, herbalist, metaphysical practitioner, and folk witch. And this is another episode of One Card in 4 Decks. Today we are talking about the Seven of Swords. This card has a lot of meanings, and I will go over a few of the ones that I adopt in my practice and some that have kind of faded out of my practice. We are using the crystal smoky quartz today. Smoky quartz helps see through illusions. It helps cut through negativity. I call it my BS detector. So I have lots of these in my collection. It is a beautiful stone. It's probably one of my favorite crystals to work with. So when we get to the sevens, it's all about taking stock and analyzing and kind of calculating where you are. We did that back in the cups when we hit the 7 of cups. We saw all those beautiful cups in the clouds, and it's kind of an analyzing number. We kind of take stock of where we're at. So with the 7 of Swords, we know that swords are thought. We know swords are linked with society as well. So here we see a figure carrying 5 swords, and he's carrying them by the blades, not the hilt, by the blades, and there are 2 swords upright. In the left, in the background, we see like a battle reenactment, and we see lots of tents and kind of what looks like maybe a carnival, and we see lots of mountains in the background, and we see gold, lots of gold color in the background. Now yellows and golds of course indicate intellect, and sometimes can indicate success. Not so much for this guy. He is not carrying those swords very intellectually, I will point out. The 7 of Swords traditionally can indicate thievery, robbery. You know, it looks like maybe he's stealing those swords from whoever is living in these tents, right? Because they're busy reenacting this battle. That is the traditional meaning. I have come to adopt a somewhat different meaning to this card now. This card to me kind of is acting irregular from the way that you, I hate the word should, but the way you know, this is like you know better. You know better. And your behavior doesn't match your intellect. You know, first of all, you're stealing something and you know better. Second of all, you're holding them in a way that is just kind of stupid. Forgive me for using that word, but you know, you're not behaving in a way that matches the intellect that, you know, you should be at. We're at the 7s here. you should behave a little bit better than you are at this point. He's not at the level that he should be. He is not representing his most authentic self. He's acting spontaneously and desperately. We don't know why he's stealing these swords, but when you do things like this, it's usually out of desperation. When we act this way, it is usually because we have not thought things through, right? We're not connecting with our highest self. We are behaving from our ego, right? Not from a place of intellect. So that is my updated meaning of this. Just behaving in a way that doesn't coincide with our highest self. You know, we're acting spontaneously and desperately. So let's see what we can find here in these cards that match the symbolism and that meaning. So let's look at the Wildwood Tarot, one of my new favorites. We've got the Seven of Arrows, insecurity. We've got this woman, and she looks rather desperate, right? She's got the oh, woe is me stance. She's got all these arrows coming at her. It looks like she is got all of this barbed wire or ivy or vines all around her. She's on this stone that doesn't look very sturdy. And, you know, she is just looking very, very insecure, just like the keyword says. She does not look like she's standing very steadily on her feet, you know. And we can kind of compare that here, you know. She's not holding her ground, so she's not holding the swords in a very intelligent way, so to speak. She's not even trying to fight back. She's not even trying to defend herself against all these arrows coming at her. She's just kind of given up and given in. And we've been here. Lord knows we have been here. And just let the world just beat her up. She's tired. She's beaten. She's beaten down. She has no fight left in her. You know? She's not even trying to act from her higher self, right? You know, she is just given up. And this makes me really sad because, you know, I think we've all been here. You know, when we get backed into a corner and we've just, instead of fighting back, we've just given up, you know. And I think that is where this Seven of Swords is. He's just desperate. He's stealing these swords out of desperation. She's not stealing anything, but she is giving her life away, you know? And this one makes me really, really sad. Yeah, defeated. Just utterly defeated. So let's look at the Deviant Moon, Seven of Swords. This is quite a card here. So we have two swords here, one sword here, two swords here, one balanced at his feet, one foot is barefoot, one has a shoe on, one is hanging from a string like he's trying to practice sword eating or sword swallowing. Why you would want to do that, I don't know, but it's a thing, I know. Like the carnival, you know, that we see a callback here. Now, if you look closely, this string is about to unravel here. And I think that echoes the personality of this being here. He looks like a hot mess. He's got one shoe on, one shoe off, you know? I mean, I'm not sure even he knows what he's doing, right? What is the point of all of this? And I don't think he's truly being his authentic self. I think he's trying something in an attempt to impress someone. But I don't feel like he's an expert in this at all. Yeah, that's gonna hurt. When that unravels, I don't think he's quite prepared for what happens. Just like I don't think he's prepared for what he's going to do in that next frame when he runs off with all 5 of those swords, even though he's leaving 2 and taking off with 5 of them. I don't think he's prepared quite for what is beyond that. He's not thinking things through, just like I don't think this figure is thinking things through. Yeah. And, you know, preparedness. I don't think he's quite analyzed or thought things through, and I don't think this figure has quite thought things through. I love that the color scheme is still there. You know, the outfit is the same, and I love when they do that. That helps, you know, those callbacks really help seal that imagery in. Yeah, I think he's, again, acting rather foolishly and not calling upon his higher self. I think he's acting from his ego, showing off, just like this guy is showing off. Yeah. It gets to be in the area of ridiculousness, you know? Very ridiculous. You're like, what even are you doing? Do you even know what you're doing? BS detector. Yeah. All right. And I've saved the best for last. This is the Raven's Dream Tarot. And with this and why this deck is so strange is that it's coming as a dream scenario. That is why it's so offbeat and kind of strange. So This one took me a minute. Okay, so we've got the cunning fox here. We've got a raven here and a raven here. We've got a stick holding this box, so we've got a trap, all right? And we've got a fish here and then a bunch of fish here, all right? So initially what's happening here is this raven is trying to collect all the fish, all right? And this fox is helping, quote unquote, helping. So initially this is a trap. The fox is in cahoots, quote unquote, with this raven, saying, I'm going to help you set this little raven up. We're going to put a fish under this box and we're going to set this trap, and we've got this stick. And I'm going to give you the go-ahead when we've got this raven catching this one fish, and we're going to pull that stick and we're going to catch that raven and catch that fish. And then all these fish will be yours. We can't trust this fox. Foxes are cunning. They're tricksters. Initially, that fox is going to steal not just this raven and this fish, but also this raven and all of these fish. You can't trust this guy. I love foxes. Trust me, they're cute and adorable, but they're cunning and they're masters of trickery. They're going to, this is just dominoes, just landing all for this fox guy. He's made a dupe out of this guy. Total trickery happening here. This guy is not, this guy is this guy. He's not thinking things through. He's not analyzing things properly. He's putting his trust in that fox when he should be thinking for himself. All right. The fish are the swords. Okay. He's not, this string is going to catch this one raven and this one fish, but initially that fox is going to catch everything. So initially this raven's going to lose everything to this fox. Thievery and trickery and, cunning. Very cunning is that fox. So that's where we get that not thinking things through, not thinking from the higher self, and thinking strictly from the ego, just like this guy. So initially, that's what we got going on in these three cards. Yes, this one is the one not like the others, but I felt like I still wanted to bring this one up because it still is desperation. It still is, acting from that ego, that, giving up and just acting from that desperation when you think that you cannot win any other way and you've just given up. So that is the Seven of Swords in the Rider-Waite Smith, the Wildwood Tarot, the Deviant Moon, and the Raven's Dream Tarot. So tell me how you interpret the Seven of Swords in your decks. Please let me know down in the comments. I'd really like to have that conversation. Please visit my website. You can book a reading. You can sign up for a workshop. You can request a class or a service. You can also shop my online store. Please do enter that code word, all caps veiled, to get free shipping. And something new that I am doing, you can also buy me a coffee if you'd like to support this channel. Yeah, it's super easy to do. You just follow the prompts. I have that down in the description box. And please like and subscribe and share this channel and this video if you enjoyed and would like to see more content. I would love to get more people involved. And yeah, if you'd like to see more content, I would love for you to share it and show your friends and family my content. I have this series, 1 card and 4 decks, and I also have my magical plant series that's going on, and I also do deck reviews from time to time. Yeah, so I am very busy on this channel, so please share. Other than that, please live your best life and live for yourself, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.